Hello everyone, it's Charlton. So I was going to make a video today about the coming YouTube Purge 2.0. I really was. And I'm definitely seeing a lot of different things in different places that leads me to believe that it's coming. It also confirms a lot of what I sort of believed all along, is that the first Purge really wasn't, I don't think it was YouTube. And I don't know that there's many other people that believe this, but I do. I think it was a group of other creators that were basically just kneecapping, you know, competitors and whomever, and just screwing with the platform. At the same time, creating a very interesting story to basically, you know, make videos about and expand on. Well, and today I was reading an article right before I started making this video by the Huffington Post about QAnon, and it was actually making fun of QAnon, the conspiracy, and saying that it's not going to end well. And then I realized they had a tweet in there that linked to QAnon had posted today. And then I ended up reading all the posts that Q dropped today. And I'm no Q expert, I don't speak Q, so I'm not going to go through every single one at all. I'm just going to read them off so that you know I did go through it, and then maybe just talk a little bit about, because I think it's just amazing to me that today I was going to make a story, make a video about Q, about the YouTube Purge 2.0 coming, and I've always thought that Q and the Purge 1.0 were actually connected, and I still think they are, dude. I do. And you know, you can think I'm crazy, but anyways, the Huffington Post was actually making fun of Q and all that, and I'm not here to do that. Even if I think, you know, I don't necessarily believe it. I mean, I've seen some of the creators that talk about it. I like them, many of them. Some of them, you know, maybe not, but the ones that I was pointed to seemed very nice, and I would probably like them in person. But there's also a lot of people on YouTube that you just don't know who you can trust. This is like a 1984 experience for sure, and you just don't know what's real and what's fake. You don't know who's with you and who's against you, and it's you know, it's kind of crazy like that. It'll make you crazy. That's part of the design of the whole 1984 Big Brother thing, is to make you feel all alone. So anyways, you know, dude, there was 11 different posts. I mean, the first one from sea to shining sea, and then there was a link to the letter from the congressman to the director of the FBI, Jeff Sessions, and also, you know, the U.S. Attorney Huber, that was appointed to investigate the surveillance abuses of, you know, the Russia investigation and the FISA warrants and so forth. There was a lot about that. FISA was, you know, because that's the topic of the day, obviously, with Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, and they're listed in that link. There's so much. I can't do it. I'll be here all day going through every single post and trying to describe them. And I actually, you know, followed the links, read the material, watched the videos that were linked to it, read some of the stories that were linked to it. In the next number 2, you have More Than You Know, and actually that was the link to the letter from the congressman. And then 3 was to the Huffington Post article that I was reading that basically said that QAnon, you know, is a crazy conspiracy and that it's not going to end well. Number 4, now do you know, or now do you understand why mirrors and disinformation are necessary? Number 5, does FOIA cover FISA? The answer was no, and then it linked to a YouTube video. That was Fox and Friends with Judge Napolitano talking about the U.S. Attorney Huber, and how basically if he wasn't in Utah and you transplanted him into, you know, Washington, D.C. and gave him 6 other U.S. attorneys underneath him, then he would have, you know, indictment abilities, and he becomes basically a de facto special prosecutor, special counsel. Number 6, and that was actually linked to a channel, That's Real News, and I don't know about that. So number 6, all the baseless conspiracies, enjoy the show. All for baseless conspiracies. He was basically saying all this media coverage that it's become a national story. And there was a link about Apple removing the QAnon something from their app store. The Huffington Post article that I read, a right-wing watch that actually didn't work for me. The link didn't work. NBC News about a story about merchandise for sale, you know, on Amazon for Q. Media Matters saying that a GOP, a group, a Hillsborough GOP was actually spreading QAnon stuff, and then an article in the Daily Beast basically, you know, blasting QAnon as crazy. And number 7, there is no greater current threat to the American people than fake news media. Number 8, we do try. Number 9, you are watching systematic destruction of the old guard. Power will be returned to the people. Number 10, we saw you. God bless Patriots. And this was a link to the Great Awakening at Reddit thread, and it was a video of the motorcade in Kansas City, Missouri, where the president spoke today, to the VFW, and somebody in the motorcade honked to the group of people that were holding signs and sort of praising there to welcome the president. It was on Tiffany Springs Parkway in Kansas City, Missouri. Number 11 was what a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. Do you believe in coincidences? Q. And then a link to Lars Prinsen's tweet. What line in the opening song did POTUS point out 5 minutes after Q's first drop today? Ha ha ha. And it had a video, a live stream of his speaking to the VFW, but the beginning was the song, Proud to be an American. And it's interesting. It said, what a wonderful day. And that's the first one I saw. I didn't even see the other 10 posts. And I thought it was just that post. And I focused in on that because I frequently say that. I frequently say, have a wonderful day in my comments. I say that all the time. Sometimes I change it just so I don't sound redundant all the time. And I'll say, have an excellent day, or have a nice day, have a wonderful evening. But I often say, have a wonderful day. And I started to think, oh, wow, that's for me. That's for me. But I don't think it's for me. But that is some of this appeal. And that's the point I'm trying to make just with that one little thing there. That there's something in there for everybody, and you do have a tendency, and it's just human nature to think that whoever you're talking to, and in this case, it's a Q, it's an unknown, but you still think that you're thinking the same thing. Well, many times you're not. Okay, a lot of times when you're talking with somebody, they have a different idea of what you're talking about than you do, but you naturally assume they think the same way you do. Just a thought, and I think that might be some of the appeal of this phenomenon. But back to why my original point about the Purge 2.0 and the coming YouTube Purge 2.0 and how it relates to QAnon. I think it's too hard to explain. It really is. I'm going to have to do it in my next video. I'm already at 7:45, and basically, I'll leave you with this. It's like crisscross, man. It's crisscross. It's like Throw Mama from the Train, right, dude? It really is, man. And in Throw Mama from the Train, which is a great, funny movie with Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito and the mother, Danny DeVito goes to Billy Crystal because, and they're both, Billy Crystal's a writer, and he's in his writing class, and he wants Billy Crystal to kill his mother, and he'll kill his wife for him because he thinks he hates his ex-wife, right? But because that's the perfect plan, is basically if you do the crime for each other, then each of you have no motive for the other crime, and it will never get solved because there's no motive, there's no reason for, it's crisscross. So that's what I think that is going on in the Purge. I'll explain in the next video, and I'm going to have to end it there because I got to get to work, and I'm already at 8:45, and it'll take forever to upload this if I keep going. So thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, man. Crisscross, dude.